Yo guys, what's going on? I am George and this is You Wanna Watch. Welcome back to the shop and welcome back to another project. Today we're going to be working on the brush axe and or hog splitter, wherever you are in the world. This thing is in desperate need of getting restored. I say we jump right into it. Let's go. Alrighty guys, well I have been chomping at the bit ever since I got this to do a restoration on it, and today is the day. I want to get this thing jam up and looking awesome. So first, let's start taking this thing apart, man. I am ultra excited to get into this one. I really am. I believe that this is a Pexto and Wilcox. I can't be certain of it, but let me show you what I found. Take the head off this. Excuse me 1 second. There is just a little bit of the original label left on there, and I don't know if that's going to show up. I hope it does. Right. Let's get you zoomed in so you can really see it. Right there, you can just see Wilcox. So I don't know if this is a Pexto Wilcox or not, but like I said, I'm kind of chomping at the bit to get this thing restored. Zoom you back out so we can get a full shot here. Just gonna bend this out a little bit, try and get it past the shoulder on this thing. Cheeks are holding me up here. A little bit more. So when I lived in Florida, the local guys there would call these hog splitters. Where I live now, they're just brush axes. I think hog splitter's a hell of a lot better name than brush axe, but hey, it is what it is, right? I want to throw this on the wire wheel, see what kind of pitting and damage we have. So we'll do that real quick, and we'll probably get this head and all the hardware soaking in some deoxy. So let's take it to the wire wheel. Well, there ain't much left on that one. Let's use this little bit up, and we'll put us a new wire wheel on there later on. Alrighty guys, well we just pulled this off the wire wheel. You can see that there was a layer of red paint on there as well. I don't know if I want to go back with red paint or not. I'm not really a fan of it. So not quite sure what I'm going to do with the blade yet. I do want to get this soaking in some deoxy to get all the deep embedded rust out. I'll throw all the hardware in there, the shoulder bracket, and of course the cutting edge. So let me go do that, then we'll start on the handle. Alrighty guys, well, handle time, right? I'll zoom you back out. We're gonna go over it with a utility blade, try and get as much funk and gunk off this as possible. Try and get it down to nice clean wood, give it some stain, and get this thing looking nice. So this handle is in such good shape. Alright, I got all the clear off there and a lot of the funk and the gunk. I'm going to go over it with some 150. We're going to go over it with some 240. Alrighty guys, I think I'm going to go over this with the stain that I made up myself. This is a combination of red Sedona from Minwax and English chestnut. It's kind of almost as thick as a paint. I do like the way it makes the wood look though. Just gonna stand it up right here. Rest it between there, and that should be good. Try and clean up my drips all over, or else I'll be chasing stain everywhere. It'll be on my arms, everything. Yeah. All right. We'll let that set up and then we'll clean off the residual. Alrighty, well this thing's pretty much getting there. I want to take as much of the bulk off as I can. Very lightly though, because I want to keep that color into it. I learned from my last handle I did with this color, if I press real hard, it's just going to come right out, and I don't want that to happen. So if I rub lightly, the color that I'm trying to achieve will stay. Just got to get the fingerprints out of it now. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Beauty miss. Beauty miss. Like it. Look at that color, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, we're going to let this dry. Not touch it. Alrighty. Well, let's give this a real light sand down. This is some 4/0 steel wool. All I'm doing is knocking the bumpies and evening out the lacquer that I sprayed on the handle. It's a real light sanding. Basically, I'm just letting the weight of my hand and the very fine grit of the 4/0 steel wool do the work. Get the dust off it. And then we'll give this another quick coat. Excuse me. Didn't mean to cough in the y'all's ear. Let this sit up here, and this will cure. Spray a little bit at the bottom. There it is, because that's where my hand was. And we are all done with the clear acrylic. Once that dries up, I will go back over it with some 4/0 steel wool, and we'll start applying some wax. So we'll see you in a minute. Alrighty guys, well let's go over this one more time real lightly with the 4/0 steel wool. This handle, I am ultra impressed with this handle. came out perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. Look how beautiful that came out. Alright, so I'm going to go over this with some Johnson's paste wax. With the vintage Johnson's paste wax. Just want to get a nice protective coat of wax on this handle. I want to keep as much of that color as I can in there. That is stunning. I'm going to let this wax sit on there a little while, then I'm going to give it another coat. After that, the handle is done. I don't think I'm going to show you the second coat. There's no real reason. It's literally just putting another layer on and buffing it off. So we will pick this video back up tomorrow morning after the flea market, and I'll finish out the head, and we'll put this thing back together. So we'll see you guys then. Alright guys, well, it is the following morning. I just pulled this out of the DOC. We're going to wipe this thing down real quick. Try and get as much of the funk and the gunk off it. Alrighty guys, well, y'all can see how badly pitted that is. We're gonna have to do something about that. I don't like it at all. So, and it's like that on both sides. So we'll get it figured out and get right back at it. Well, I didn't want to go with a paint on this. I really didn't. I wanted to go with a shiny metal, but there was no way that was going to happen. There was way too much material to take off of here. So I went with the red paint job. That's originally what was on there. So, hey, you know what? At least we're bringing it back to original. But I really wanted that nice clean metal look to it. But wasn't in the cards, guys. We'll let this dry up and then we'll get back at it. Alright, well, we're going to fit that right back into place. This is not how I wanted this to look. I wanted it to be natural metal, but this is the look that I had to go with. The metal was so pitted up, guys, unfortunately, but I think it still came out fantastic. Well, there it is, guys. The brush cutter. I think the handle came out absolutely superb. I'm quite happy with that. Silky, silky smooth. We waxed this thing. We got 3 coats of wax on there. And of course, we went back with the original red. This is a Pexto. It's going to be almost impossible to see that. Hopefully you guys can see that logo right there. It's not even deep enough for me to highlight, but right there it says Pexto. So I think that's quite cool. I'll like to do some history on it, find out what other tools Pexto made. I didn't even know Pexto made brush cutters, but this one's a stunner. I'm quite happy with it. Quite happy indeed. That's it for this one. Alrighty guys, well we are all done with the brush axe. What do you think? I think it came out absolutely fantastic. I love the color choice I used for the handle. We sanded it down to 320, several coats of wax on this. The head, I wanted to do the head in natural metal. I wanted to just leave it bare metal. But the pitting was so bad, there was no way it was going to happen. So we went back with the original red paint job. And we made this thing stupid, ridiculously sharp for no reason at all. That's it for this one, guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Like always, stay safe, be safe, and we will see you guys next week with another. Bye.